All right, Willie, thank you so much. And now to some help dealing with uncomfortable situations. Every parent has been there. Somebody casually asks you an inappropriate question right in front of your kid. Should you blow it off? Do you use it as a teachable moment? Well, Dr. Deborah Gilboa, family physician, a mother of four, has some thoughts on that. Dr. G, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You know what to do when you get those weird questions that sometimes trip us up.
I know what I want to say, and then I know that it's often better to be gracious anyway.
Yeah. Okay, the first one we have is the one that I hear all the time. Are you pregnant?
Oh, and which is really lovely, except when you're not.
Exactly. We actually have one of our parenting team had a funny response. Let's take a look at what she says.
My favorite question to be asked is, are you pregnant? Yeah, so I generally say, this is a food baby, and if you want to throw me a shower, I'm registered at Subway.
I like her. I like her style.
That's brilliant.
I know, so what do you do? And is it ever okay to ask someone,
when you see the baby
pregnant?
crowning,
yeah,
I think that's a good time.
That would be about the appropriate time.
And not if they're not.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can handle it with humor and let the person know it wasn't a great question without making them feel ashamed or embarrassed, that's lovely. That's so graceful. You can be really honest and say, I'm not. But you can also be sweet and say, oh, we're hoping maybe in the next couple of years.
Yeah. So resist the urge to say, that's just belly fat.
Right. Usually resist the urge for snark. You can be like, Mom, is that you?
Yeah. Okay. Another one that people get, especially for, you're a perfect example of this. You've got four boys. You get the question, do you wish you had a girl? Are you going to try for a girl?
Weren't you trying for that girl? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We have a viewer who went through this too. Let's see what she says.
Or when someone says to me, oh, you have a boy and a girl. Good for you. You can be done having kids.
Okay, so the whole idea of people kind of weighing in on
making
your family
assumption about your gender.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think the gracious answer is, of course, we're just so glad they're healthy, or we're really blessed, or whatever makes sense to you to say. It is okay, I think, I sometimes give the honest answer, which is, we just didn't get the recipe for girls. I think you have to add more flour. I'm not sure.
You're saying sometimes it's awkward if the kid is right there. Like if your other kids are there and someone's saying, hey, you're going to have another baby.
My youngest son has asked several times if we were hoping he'd be a girl. Yeah. Because people have asked these questions in front of him.
Okay. We have talked about talking to kids. A lot of us say, oh, that person has a baby in their belly. How do you talk to kids about pregnancy?
I think it's better to say will have a baby or is having a baby instead of has a baby in their belly. I've had a kiddo in my practice ask me, did you eat that baby? Which is terrifying for them, especially when it's their doctor. And I said, no.
And just leave it at that.
I just left it at that.
Is that always the tip with kids? Just give the bare minimum of
Answer
information?
the question they asked as simply as you can, because if they have a follow-up question, they'll come to you.
If you have a friend who has a baby, the baby is born with a disability, some people don't know what to say. It's simple what you should say, right?
It is. I want you to say the same thing that you would say to anyone who just had a new baby. Congratulations. And how can I help?
Yeah. If he's a close friend, is it okay to say, how do you feel about that?
Yes,
how are you handling that?
Or just so how are you feeling?
Yeah.
And that gives them the opening, but not the necessity of bearing their soul.
What about if you have a non-traditional family? A lot of times in the store, you'll
I'm not even sure there is a traditional family anymore.
I agree, but you'll hear a cashier saying like, oh, is your mommy and daddy around? How do you handle that if you have a different kind of family?
And I think the answer is just to say, you know what, our family actually looks a little different than that, but thank you for asking.
Yeah. Dr. Deborah Gilboa, Dr. G, thank you so much. We have a lot more tips for handling those awkward parenting situations on our website, today.com.